these particular ones and use that to beat up a whole community, that is disgusting, it's wrong, and people understand what you're doing. It's not right.
Let's play this again, just for those who maybe didn't see it. Let's play the moment, the moment that's gotten a lot of coverage online.
We're going to secure the border, and once the border is secured, at a later date, we'll make a determination as to the rest. But we have some bad hombres here, and we're going to get them out.
What was your reaction?
No, this is not politicizing someone's death ban. This is really important here. And if we want to talk about picking and choosing which deaths to care about, President Obama has cared about certain men who have died at the hands of police officers. Your idea about politicizing deaths, I assume it applies to your own president. It's not politicizing deaths to care about a certain group of people. And Donald Trump cares about the fact that kids in New Hampshire have died of heroin that has been brought in here by illegal immigrants. There are people who have lost.
My father immigrated
One at a time, Patty.
from Mexico illegally twice, was deported twice, came back the third time legally. To me, I was born here. I'm an American citizen. To me, that was very offensive. You heard me when we were watching it in the green room. I was aghast at it. That's just offensive. It's offensive to Hispanics. It's offensive to Mexicans. Bad hombre.
Oh, come on, Patty. Patty, you're an American. I'm an American. I've heard that phrase all my life. That has nothing to do with
Why do you think where do you hear that? Why do you think? Where do you hear it?
No, this line has been an American.
Where do you hear that phrase?
American television westerns in the 1950s. He's a bad hombre.
1950s.
My goodness.
I'm not. By the way, I'm not sure 1950s American television is the best benchmark of what is good language and not offensive.
I have never heard that compared to, say, the N-word. Right?
Okay.
Right?
But Jeffrey, why
This is
do you think he used that phrase? Why didn't he just say bad dude? Why didn't he just say bad dude?
Because there are dudes that would be offended if we say
Why did he specifically use Spanish in that instance?
Well, what's wrong with it? There's nothing wrong with it.
So why do you think he did it, though? I mean, because it's
colloquial. It's in the American language.
No one says that. No one says that, Jeffrey.
You don't know enough people.
Donald Trump has defended the language he uses and says about women, I don't say things like that. That's not what I do. Well, tonight, Patty is very offended. And I think she has a lot more credibility than I do on that. All right. And if she's offended, I'm offended.
I can't even believe what I'm hearing. That we're in such a high offense culture that when you call someone who has killed American citizens bad hombres, and we're going to critique the language you use, two words you chose to use. This is such a high offense culture, and this is why, by the way, I want to point out really quick, this is why Donald Trump won this nomination, because Americans around this country are fed up with the high offense culture that we have.
So here's the deal. This is not about being a high offense country. I agree with you. There are some people who are just chronically aggrieved, and no matter what you do, they're gonna. I'm in meetings with them all the time. Trust me. So I get what you're talking about, but this is not that. This is something else. This is a sense that we've not yet heard him say very many positive things about the contribution of the Latino immigrant community. We have
we just don't play it.
Let him finish.
He doesn't trumpet it. He had an opportunity to say nice stuff tonight. We talked about immigration tonight. He had a huge opportunity to try to repair some damage with a community. He could have said, listen, we got some bad ones. Let me tell you a little bit about the good ones, the ones who are making a difference, who are making a contribution. He did like George W. Bush used to do. He didn't do that. And then to put the cherry on top of the awful Sunday, he then says there's some bad hombres, which sounds to people for whom
politically correct.
No.
It's offensive, Jeffrey. Period. End of story. It's offensive.
Let's stop talking about how offensive it is. He stood beside the Mexican president and praised the contributions of the Mexican-American community. He's done this time and time again. There are so many good immigrants in this country, but there are some very bad ones, and we never get to the root of the problem because we're all upset about the term bad hombre.
Okay, but let's stop talking about how offensive it is. He was supposed to broaden his base tonight. He was to expand his voters today. Right? Yes?
Yes, of course.
He offended Hispanics.
No.
He offended women. He offended other minorities. How did he expand his base tonight? How is he going to win the
This
presidency?
is exactly the point, Patty, is that you divide by race. Van and I have famously had this conversation. And when you divide by race like this and think of people as not Americans, but by their nationality, am I supposed to take offense if somebody says I'm a wasp?
But Jeffrey, her question,
and I'm not totally.
Her question was more, what new groups did he reach out to and actually get tonight? Did he?
Sure. People who are sick of this nonsense. I mean, to think that this is limited to any particular group or age is crazy. They're all Americans. They're all human beings. They all have different views of it. They are individuals.
Right. No, I'm just wondering if, like, tonight, but I feel like those people he's probably already gotten. So, was there anyone new?
I have an idea. I think that when Donald Trump goes into private life, which he will be doing very soon, he should take out a patent on a self-kicking machine, because that is his brand now. He had a complete opportunity tonight to go out there and repair some damage with some constituencies to show that he actually gets it. See, the thing is, you don't get to determine what offends me. I don't get to determine what offends you.
That's what you guys are doing.
No, hold on a
You're
second.
determining that the whole entire Hispanic American community.
I'm only looking at Twitter. I'm sorry.
Twitter is not much of a
Twitter. That's scientific sample.